Your favorite Terry Little Bacon Bear hanging out with the one and only Roc Writah. And I have to say it slow like that because it's almost like a tongue twister if you say Roc Writah, Roc Writah, Roc Writah. You see? You get lost.
Don't get too lost.
Well, tell me about the name Roc Writah. What is a Roc Writah?
So basically, I've been called Roc my whole life. It started when I was younger. Before my body grew into my head, I used to have a rock head. So around where I'm from, they used to call me Lil J Rock. But as I got older, I just shortened it to Roc. And of course, I've been love writing my whole life. So once I stepped into my craft, it was only right that I added the Roc right at then. But I had to add the AH for the Baltimore. Baltimore know what I'm talking about.
My next question, my follow-up question was going to be, can you say two?
Two. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
We love to hear it just a little bit, but it's always such a telltale sign. For me, like if somebody says they're from Baltimore, I almost don't believe them until they say two.
Two, blue, do. Yeah, I know.
On the avenue. It's all love. It's all love. Tell me about your upbringing, definitely in Baltimore, though, because we know it differs from the rest of the DMV down here, because y'all don't even claim that up there.
Yeah, no, I don't know how that started, but I was born into the beef.
Ain't no beef.
I feel like at one point it started with y'all getting uppity and trying to disown us. Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm not gonna speak for everybody. I can never speak for everybody. We will always lose when we speak for everybody. But for me, from my perspective, especially like to KYS verses, it is so important to just be. When I'm talking about the M in Maryland, I'm talking about like the state of Maryland. I'm talking about everybody, because outside of here, ain't nobody seeing it as beef. They don't even understand it. Nobody understands it.
They don't understand it, but no, that's why I'm here. I'm just trying to bridge that gap. Let them know.
For sure.
Baltimore and Danville. It shouldn't even be in a separation, but if it is, I'm here to let everybody know. I'm for everything.
That's what I'm saying. Versus is here to bridge the gap between all the DM, the V's, and the M's, and the V's, and all of this. Like we're gonna get it all together because it's all about uplifting the area, and everybody else sees this as one whole.
I come up that way, it's all love, so I can't speak on anybody else's personal experiences, but it's love when I go out there. So
that's what I'm saying. So tell me about your upbringing in Baltimore, because like I said, we know it's different.
It is. It's very different. Definitely, I just come from deep in the city, Greenmount. We got into a lot. It was different. Baltimore is a place where you have to keep your head on the swivel. You have to know what you're doing when you're walking around out here. Because at any given point, it can get real out here, and that's just as blatant as I can be about it. But it was definitely a place that, as I see, it gave me survival instincts. It's love. It's the place where I come from. It's called home. No matter what we see in the news clips about us, I love it. And I'm just trying to grow this support and positivity here in the city, because we need that. We need that light.
How did Baltimore mold you musically? Because you guys are a different area also. Like y'all are still kind of getting your footing. Like you have club music, and that was such a definitive thing for y'all. But like now y'all are moving into the next generation of things.
Of course. So it started out with me just basically telling personal stories from family to my neighborhood I grew up in. No pun. My friends. So my homies that I grew up with. So just giving everybody an in-depth view. I have homies out in West Virginia, and they tell me when they listen to my music, it feel like I put them right there where I'm from. Yeah, I put them right there where I'm from. So that's what I'm trying to do. Everyone that listens to my music, I just want them to get a glimpse of what I see when I leave my doorstep every day.
I will say what's special is that the radio does reach out to West Virginia. Like I get some calls from out there here and there. They sporadic, but somebody out there. Mm-hmm. So I send love over there too.
Love down there. It's always love when I'm down there.
Just a little bit. But how long have you been rapping and taking this thing seriously? Of course, you've had the name for a little bit, but you had to give meaning to it and give texture to it.
Well, I actually started as a poet. When I was in elementary school.
I could see that.
When I was in elementary school, I was my teachers used to push me into dramatic reading competitions and stuff like that. So I always had a hand in poetry and just writing My grandmother gave me a journal when I was real little, because she used to, see my tempers and stuff like that. She used to tell me just let out all of those in a personal diary or something like that.
Yeah, you just got to get it out.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to get it out. So I just started with that. And, we just progressed into music. So by the time I got around like 16, I'm going to say that's when I had people really telling me like, oh, you can put words together differently. But about 5-6 years ago, we really took it up a notch, and it became something I do professionally.
When you were starting to decide the sound around you, I'm even seeing in your background, you have a lot of kind of inspirations. I'm seeing Bob Marley, Kendrick Lamar, Michael Jackson, maybe even Lil Wayne a little bit. You have all of these, including your.
But I got the Drake and the Coles up to,
For sure. But I mean, like, how are you deciding your sound for yourself?
It's pulling from all of those guys, really, but keeping it original. It's been, it took a while, if you listen to some music from me like 2-3 years ago, it's probably not going to sound anything like what I'm doing now, but it's just always evolving and growing. And I feel like now I'm really honing in the sound that really solidifies who I am and what I'm really trying to do out here with this music. So just pulling in from different guys, being original as Bob Marley was, or being in depth with like Cole and the Kendricks, and also bringing in that emotion that Drake is able to show in his vulnerability in his music. So I just pull from all of them, and I just bring that into a ball in one with me.
Well, you balled all these things to bring them up to me in the track Neighborhood and put it on the radio. So what made you choose that record for yourself? And tell me about your verses win and experience.
No, that was crazy. No, that right there let me know that this thing will go as far as the people that's driving it for me, without them.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't even be here. To do this thing, I talk with my homies all the time about that win. Like we did the impossible, it feels like, to win something 5 straight times with the same song against different artists from anywhere with their sounds, and to do it, 5 straight days in a row. It's crazy to me. And it lets me know that I got people behind me that's really trying to see me win out here, and they're willing to call over and over and over until they get through that line. Yeah, they had to get
dedication. We call that dedication, and loyal.
And loyal. So Neighborhood is just my way of just foreshadowing that. Just letting people know no matter where I go at, what's going to keep me grounded is the people who I started with, where I come from. And you're going to see that.
The neighborhood, the block.
Exactly.
So down to the production of Neighborhood, and does it come off of a project? Like who took care of that? And was that from another Baltimore producer?
No. So I actually mixed it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm always collabing. I'm always trying to collab with people here, it don't even matter. But that actually came together in my studios, Writah's Touch. And basically it started with just me on the track, just by myself. Like it was just by myself. But I had people listening to it, and they were like, oh yeah, I like this. And that's when I had an idea. And I was like, do you think it would be better if I put 2 of my homies that's actually day ones on it? Like with that, they're like, oh yeah, I think that would be dope. So I called them up and I sent them over the verse, and they were just like, oh yeah, we gotta get that in. And the same night, we came in the studio and they just laid it down, they vocals, and you see, came into something that was great. It's my biggest record to date. So
we love to see that. We love to see some progress, especially when you could take your homies along in the process. Exactly. I heard you say that this was your studio. Is this where you're sitting currently? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm getting a vibe that we want to talk about this studio space, Writah's Touch here, because I'm seeing the Writah's Touch gear, the Writah's Touch shirts, the shoes, the Writah's Touch, if you will.
You have to let me know your size too after this. We got the shoes.
That's right.
Shirts, So
okay.
Yeah, we got you.
No, let me find out. Come on, merch. Tell me about the importance of ownership then for you, because I mean, like, that is a very big step.
It's a very big step. What I always try to, I got people reach out to me all the time, my age. I got cousins that's looking up to me and they're trying to do music, and they ask me about things, and it's just ownership. I seen something from Prince the other day. He was talking about, what do we really want from these top industry spearheading guys right now, like the record labels and stuff like that. You know, when you have the internet and musicians are trying to own their stuff now, their masters, you know, everything. So their merch. So it's very important to just have, you know, just be aware of your brand and setting yourself up for bigger than just music. You know, this might be my footing in, but I'm definitely, as you see, I'm trying to like take this to a whole new thing. You know, it don't stop just here. Visuals, I'm trying to get into film, doing all of that. So, and I own my company.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on now, ownership. Well, with the rest of the year ahead of us, what do you have slated for yourself or planned for yourself, especially musically?
Well, we can't leave out that.
Girl, this is an interview. Tell me, give me the tea now. Give me the tea. Give me the tea. Give me the tea. Give me the tea. Tell me the secrets. Come on, tell the people. We wants to know. Give me a little something. You ain't gotta give it all to me. Just a little something.
Well, listen, like 2 weeks ago, actually that track Neighborhood you heard, my album Pisces is out right now. It's called Pisces. It's everywhere on streaming platforms. So the rest of the year is really just making sure, because what I do, I always make a mistake when I drop something. I don't give it its just due. I get bored and then I'm creating something else. But with this, I really just want to hone this in. I want to get all the visuals together. We trying to drop like 4 or 5 visuals and put them together and make a short film out of this. So Neighborhood visuals is coming up next. Look for that in the next month. We definitely gonna be touring. We're gonna go around the DMV and the whole East and hopefully West. Hopefully over West. But so that's really just what I got in my mind. I'm just thinking about Pisces and this new release and making sure everyone has that in their playlist, including you.
Ooh. He put me in the hot seat, y'all. He said, including you.
You heard that's what the people wanted. They voted. You heard them.
I heard it. I did hear it. I heard it 5 nights. I heard it all 5 of them. But all 5 of those nights, of course, I heard other people on the other side of that phone. And I do want to give you a chance to, you know, shout those people out because them your people. So I'll let you run them off.
Okay.
I knew you had a piece of paper or something.
Listen, it's like 50 names, you know. But of course, you know, my mama, of course, wouldn't be here. You know, my homies, Tone, my man's Trey, Brandon, Nod, Deuce, everybody. My guys down in West Virginia, you know, Sage, George, Shaddy, everybody. You know, my grandmother, my uncles. Everybody was just calling, you know. It's just crazy, you know. My Aunt Tanya, you know. Eddie, Koya, Dede, you know. So, you know, I'm grateful. I'm just grateful, you know, because they push me. You know, it really started with, I'm really a reserved, laid-back person. So for me to even be performing these records, putting them together and putting them here for the world to see is amazing. Because 5 years ago, you couldn't tell me I'd be doing this. Because right. I was just so to myself. Like, I actually got caught rapping, like, lyrics, like brushing my teeth, you know? And we was in college in the dorm rooms, and my roommate, he heard me. He was like, yo, spit that again? And I spit it, and he was like, oh, yeah. And then I let my other homie, you know, I spit for him. And he's like the most critical, my guy Trey. Listen, when I drop something, I make sure he got to hear that first because he's going to let me know if it's trash or not. He going to keep it real with me. So I always let him hear it. So when he heard Pisces and he was like, I actually like that. I was like, okay, I think the world ready for this now. The world ready for this. So,
how did KYS Versus impact you? Do you want to speak on that at all?
So I have people actually hitting me up almost every day. Like
I figured.
Yeah, I heard your record on the radio. That's dope. And it made them tune into past projects I've done. And I'm seeing things grow for me. And it's just been very important, you know? So I just want to let everybody know humbly, like how grateful I am for this opportunity. For you even to just have this platform and you using that for artists like myself, you know, to find those opportunities and actually come up there and then do it. You know, everything you said you would do, everything I've read, you know, because when you're in this industry, you know, a lot of dudes don't like to talk about it, but you go through more BS than
people who don't be doing the stuff they say they're gonna do.
They don't. So to actually have follow through with this, it's been great. And my team, you know, we are grateful for it because, like you said, you know, you shake a lot of hands, you meet a lot of people, you sharing drinks, you doing all of this, and they like, oh, you so talented, we taking you to the world. We're going to do this. We're going to the top. We're going to make this. We're going to do that. never do it, you know. So I had to stop. Actually, a mentor of mine's named Gary, he had told me basically, put your faith in no man, because man will disappoint you. Put faith in yourself. Yeah.
Listen, it's a hot girl summer because y'all be disappointing.
And I meant women too. Listen, I meant
it's like no.
No, we trying. Look, we can't keep up with these Twitter goals and dreams, y'all.
We here. We know. Neither can we.
Yeah, we can't keep up with these expectations that this internet is putting on us.
We just have to have some expectations. You got to put the bar somewhere and find somebody that meets those expectations. But that's a whole nother story.
Of course. Look, you got it. Look, you already know then.
I be knowing some stuff.
Yeah, I know you don't fall for the trap. The okie doke. Maybe. I mean,
the world may never know. I plead the fifth. You did say that you are willing to collaborate with other people who are willing to tap in with you creatively. Where can we follow you? Where can we shout you out, show you love, tell you congratulations and anything like that?
Oh, of course. Roc Writah, ROCWRITAH. You know, follow me on all social media platforms. RocWritah.com as well. Writer's Touch. You put in any of that. You know, we here. Reach out to me. I respond to everything, even YouTube comments. Y'all going crazy on that the last video, no socials. So shout out to y'all for that.
Well, respect. Well, I appreciate that. And DMV, if you're looking for the entire interview, you can find it in my Instagram story right now. That's at Little Bacon Bear. But those are my horns. Mr. Roc Writah, you can introduce your record to the DMV one time. Take them to your neighborhood.
Do it. Yes, exactly. Welcome to my neighborhood. Welcome to the homies. Welcome to my family time. Welcome to my personal time. Everything. This is Neighborhood Roc Writah, WKYS.
Yes, sir. Come on now. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.